like this.
Welcome to the House of I ASMR podcast. This is your special guest, Brad Hampson.
What the fuck is ASMR?
ASMR, that's like where the people talk in your ear all quiet and it gives you like the tinglies. You never heard that?
No.
Oh.
The tinglies?
Yeah. Where like people listen to it.
Are we 5 now?
No, Daniel.
Okay.
That's like adults listen to it. But I'm not saying I listen to it. Let's not.
I think
crazy.
that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I don't know.
I forgot what it stands for, but it's you can look it up on YouTube. And it's videos of people
Talking like this with lip smacking
to put people to sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually heard of people talk about, I guess, kind of like the videos of people doing weird shit like cutting fruit or cutting vegetables and shit, just like real simple.
With the micro close and.
What? With the micro? What the fuck? Is that like a camera?
Like, what are you talking about?
No, just literally a video of someone doing a really simple fucking activity.
Is that what you watch?
Something redundant. No, I
In your
don't
free
watch
time?
it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. God forbid, no. No, I've heard that that's like something that kids are into now,
Oh.
which is strange.
I know the ASMR thing is pretty big, but I don't watch that stuff.
That sounds like it's related to BDSM.
You know, it could be.
It could be. Yeah. It
Yeah.
could just be like another fucking rank of it or something.
Yeah, you tie
Category.
your boyfriend or girlfriend up to the ceiling and just.
whisper sweet nothings into their ears.
You make them come that way.
Yeah, and they just come from the ceiling. They just drip it down. Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. ASM. What would that even? ASMR.
Yeah, audio sensory.
Mutilation.
Yep. Keep going.
Retardation.
That's it. Yeah, you got it. That's it.
Rehabilitation.
Yeah,
Probably.
That's it. Yeah, you got it, dude. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the one. No. Why did you even bring that up? Oh, because of the microphone
Testing
thing.
the mic, yeah.
Yeah. You're such a weird guy, you know?
Yeah,
Hey.
I get that a lot.
This is what's your name again? I'm sorry.
Brad? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Brad? Yeah, this is Brad. What's up, dog?
What's up, man?
Yeah. Fuck you, first of all.
Okay, why's that?
I don't know, 'cause you're here right now.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming, man. A long time coming.
4 months, I think.
Yeah, you keep asking me. I'm like, you gotta go do
No.
some stuff.
If I go over there, I'm just gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not inviting you to my house anyway, so.
Yeah, no, if you invited me over to your house, I would definitely take the biggest dump, clog up your toilet, on purpose, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'd be eating like ridiculous amounts of food, maybe like for a week or something, not tell you about it. You'd probably wonder why I wasn't farting so much at work anymore or taking shits at work anymore. And I'd be like in a really bad mood all the time. And then eventually, like, I'd perk up that day that I was going over your house.
Mhm.
Like, because I'm assuming it'd be probably like a Friday night, like,
Probably,
like
yeah.
tonight, for
Because I don't do
example.
anything on the weekdays. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's true, because you're a fucking lazy bum.
Yeah, I'm a loser. You can say it.
No, well, yeah, I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but that's worse actually than a loser.
Lazy.
Lazy bum, that's worse.
Lazy
than a loser.
bum. Okay.
Yeah, because a bum, you just kind of assume they're homeless as well.
But you're in my house, so how would that work out?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Damn,
Got you there.
you did.
Yeah.
That was actually good.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. So the reason why I've been pestering you to come on and talk to me on this lovely podcast of mine, that is specifically musicians for the most part, but a couple podcasts ago I had my friends on, and we kind of just talked about our friendship and stuff like that.
Yep.
You are a friend of mine, I would say.
Okay. Well,
Maybe,
thanks.
maybe.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, I guess kind of.
Getting there. Yeah.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of know you.
Yeah. You tolerate me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
No,
Sometimes you
no,
punch me in the face, but.
No, I've never physically assaulted you. I mean, you could use this in court, so.
That's true.
I would never admit to that on a. I guess I could edit it out.
That's
I'll
true.
just cut it
Most
out.
people don't edit podcasts, but
Yeah, that's true
You just
actually.
kinda-
But I do,
yeah.
because I'm gonna say some pretty fucked up shit.
All right.
Right to your face.
Yeah. You called me an N-word earlier.
Oh my God! No, I did not.
You did. Everyone heard it.
Who's everyone?
Everyone listening right now. All your fans right now.
Oh my God! Don't say that. I did not use.
You're gonna have to edit that out, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna edit.
What if I just say the word just randomly throughout the podcast?
If you definitely, yeah, I'm definitely gonna edit that out. No, don't do that. We would never use the N-word.
No,
people.
Of course not.
That's
never.
not cool.
2018.
I love everyone.
Yep. All races, all creeds, all colors.
Yeah, except for white people. No, I'm just kidding.
And those yellow people too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you talking about The Simpsons?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Those fuckers. All right, so basically, long story short, is that we met through work.
Mm-hmm.
Or, yeah, we got to know each other through work. And when I first met you, it was strange because you were very quiet.
Yes.
You seemed like you had no personality.
Right. Yep.
I didn't know anything about you.
Mm-hmm.
There's one specific memory I have where I guess I was training you or something like that, and I was trying to get to know you because I usually do this with new employees of ours or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just couldn't really get much out of you. You didn't really want to talk about anything.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't know. Obviously now people don't know this, but you've changed and you're just way more. You're just like a normal person now.
Right.
I guess. Well, not.
Well, there's a big reason for that.
Yeah. Yeah. But before we get there,
Right.
which is, we'll talk about. I just wanted to.
That's a serious part of the podcast.
Yes, that is a serious part of the podcast. But before we get there, I just wanted to introduce you to the fans, to the 68 subscribers that listen, hopefully.
Right. All your 100,000 fans on Spotify and SoundCloud. And
it's a little bit more than that, but there's a couple more.
There's only a few on YouTube.
Just get your numbers right next time.
Sorry.
Just be a little more prepared. Like, I invited you here, and you're just kind of ruining the show.
Completely ruining this podcast.
Just get the fuck out now.
Yeah. I'll leave if you want.
Yeah, no, just go. I don't care.
Okay.
Just leave your beer.
Bye.
No, leave.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
I'm leaving. Bobby. So, you're not from Florida, first of all.
Yep.
Where are you from again?
I am from a little town called Bentonville, Arkansas.
What?
Some of you guys might know that as the home of Walmart. That's what it's most well known as.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
And a fun fact is you worked at a Walmart.
That's true.
Was that there in Arkansas?
Yep. Time of my life. That's for sure.
That was one of your favorite jobs ever.
Yep. That was my first job and my favorite job. That's right.
You still work there on the weekends, right?
I'd fly up to Arkansas and work there on the weekends, and I'd come back home.
That's expensive, dude.
Yeah, you get used to it.
How much do you make over there?
Like $12 an hour. I mean,
really? $12?
Pretty much pays for the ticket there and back.
That's not bad.
That's pretty much it.
How many hours are you doing?
I just 8 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday.
Come on.
Yeah.
No, with taxes, would that cover your flight bill? 8 times 12?
Shit, you tell me I'm losing money doing
I think you're losing money. I would just try to do the math in my head.
Yeah.
And
you're good at that.
There's a thing. I'm not.
So
there's a thing called this is what I call it. I call it podcast head, where I can't think of anything because I'm currently trying to focus really hard on what's happening right here.
Yeah. So I can tell. I can see it on your face.
Yeah.
The viewers can't see it, but I can really see it on his face. He's squinting and sweating fiercely.
I am. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot in here.
He's almost crapping himself. I can smell it.
It is kind of crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little poops came out.
Yeah, it's all right.
A little poopsicle.
I'm used to it.
You're used to it?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm used to you crapping at work.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. You're usually in there with me, having conversation.
I mean, it stinks, dude.
Helping me out.
Once you leave to go to the bathroom, I just throw up.
You throw up?
On my desk.
Not even if you're not even in the bathroom, you just throw up. You just know, you learn of the fact that I just took a shit and you throw up.
Here's the truth. I didn't want to embarrass you.
Okay.
But when you leave to go to the bathroom, I throw up. A lot. And it's everyone else is on the verge of throwing up. And I say, you know what, guys? No, don't worry about it. But
what? This is stupid. All right. This is what we do at work, by the way. We just talk shit the whole time.
We don't actually work.
No, we really don't. We should probably get fired, but
Yeah.
hopefully the company, I'm not going to say their name, but hopefully they listen to this and fire us both, and then we just start our own company that does the same. No, I wouldn't do that, but
I don't think you can legally.
for a
They'll
year.
come after you.
For a year?
For a year.
Yeah. So we could do other things.
Yeah,
You could
that's
probably
true.
manage people though to do it.
Probably.
Yeah, at this point we're just talking about something that no one has. They have no idea
They
what we're
don't give
talking
a
about.
shit at all.
Yeah. All right, so Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell by my
Your accent.
accent, my
heavy accent.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can barely understand me.
Yeah, I find it super strange that you don't hear it. You don't hear it. Well, I guess that makes sense
Well,
actually,
I
but
grew up there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you don't hear it. But do you hear it now that you're hearing
a
yourself?
little bit. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like the difference. Like I
Yeah.
sound like a normal person, like a smart person.
And I sound like a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Southern idiot.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Even though
Thanks, Danny.
we're more south, but yeah.
I never. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, that makes no sense, right?
Yeah.
So how was it growing up in Arkansas?
It was good. Arkansas is kind of a more religious state, and that's kind of where my family. They're kind of more religious, and I'm really not. So.
Yeah. You weren't ever though, right?
No.
So did they raise you Catholic?
They did not. My mom is Greek Orthodox, which is kind of like old school Christianity, sort of.
Okay.
My dad is kind of Christian, I would assume. I mean, we really haven't talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister's Christian, and then I'm agnostic.
Your sister's religious?
Somewhat, yeah.
Like
I mean,
she believes in God?
Yeah.
You don't believe in God?
It's not that I don't believe in God. It's just I'm more of like a scientific person,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to see evidence
Yeah.
of it, I guess.
Yep.
And I guess that's kind of a roundabout way of me saying,
That you're
I don't-
agnostic,
yeah.
basically?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same, so.
Yeah.
No, we've talked about this.
Yeah.
That's actually a good, we should go more on that
Yeah.
topic afterwards, so
All
we'll
right.
do that. That'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
cool, actually. Because I haven't talked about that at all.
Yeah.
Which is, it'd be cool, actually. It would be cool to do one with I'll just edit this out, but to do one with my mom, because she's religious, but she's not like super religious. She's actually kind of more, what's the word? She's more, I guess, she's just like a good one, I guess. Like she understands the difference.
She's a good egg. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
she's
saying?
a good egg.
She's
Like
a
she
good
doesn't
egg.
she doesn't judge, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not trying to push her beliefs.
Right.
So. But anyways, okay, so going back.
Yep. Where are we at?
We were at the fact that you were raised in Arkansas and that it wasn't too bad and
Yeah.
okay, so here I have a question for you,
Okay.
because a lot of people that listen to this are from here. What would you say is the biggest difference between Florida and Arkansas, like growing up at least?
We don't really have a downtown
Okay.
area in Arkansas. Really, the most downtown area, kind of the area where the music scene is and where all the best restaurants and things are, is Fayetteville, and that's kind of a college town. But we don't have like skyscrapers, and really our biggest building is the Walmart home office, and it's like 5 stories, I think.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's super strange.
Yep.
Wait, does the CEO like live there still or something?
I think so.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay. So basically, there's not much to do nightlife wise
There's not much to do
in general,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of outdoor shit to do.
Yeah,
which
like
is-
hiking and biking. That's kind of what I grew up doing.
Yeah, that's basically all you told me you did
Yeah.
when I asked you what your hobbies were. Were hiking and
Like, what do you? Danny said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I don't know. I bike and hike, and that's pretty much it."
that was literally
That was it.
that was
honestly.
literally, and that's how you said it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so weird, man, to think like the difference now. It's so strange.
Yeah.
So, and then what was the reasoning? Why did you move to Florida?
So my dad. The whole reason we moved to Arkansas was my dad worked for. I'm not gonna say it's a big candy company, and they've got contracts with Walmart, and they moved to Arkansas, And when he got the chance to move to be transferred to Florida, he took that chance, and we just kind of followed him down here.
And he still works for that company, or he's retired now?
Yeah, he works for that company, but he works for Publix.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Publix is awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
If I wish we had them as a sponsor.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Publix, get your groceries here. That's the plug for Publix. Please sponsor us. Rapport, please.
there. Literally.
Yeah.
I have a mortgage now.
I have a mortgage.
We both
I have
have mortgages
adult
now.
responsibilities. Please help us.
Okay, so and you haven't been here long at all, really.
No, I've been here, let's see, about a year and a half.
And what would you say about Florida? What do you think?
It is much, much, much better than Arkansas for a variety of reasons.
Now, the funny thing about that is, from my perspective, Florida is a piece of shit.
Yeah, we've talked about this a little bit. You want to kind of head out maybe someday.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's more of the grass is always greener type thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you did it. You moved. You moved from where you came from. I've been here my whole life.
Let me ask you this: with you don't know a whole lot about Arkansas, do you? No. So,
sorry, I didn't say no. I was shaking my head like a fucking
That's
idiot.
all right. I answered for you.
You did. Thank you.
So would you, given the opportunity, would you move to Arkansas?
Never.
Never. Why?
I don't know. Actually, no. I don't
No?
know. I'd have to go visit. But if it's worse than Florida, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just there's not a whole lot to do there. It's just kind of it's like if you're playing a video game, it's like the starting area, the kind of tutorial area before you move on to bigger and better things.
Damn, that's rough, dude. That's boring as shit then.
Yeah, it's really boring, dude.
Yeah, and you didn't really do drugs at all either, right? Because that would be like I guess that would be kind of the.
Well, in college I did.
In college, yeah, but that's common though. I mean, like that's the cliche is like the
college.
No, not the college. No, that is too. But kind of like the kids that have nothing to do. They live in the country and all they do is drugs.
Yeah,
and that's like the way of having fun.
Yeah, I didn't really live in the country. I lived in a pretty good neighborhood, but that was kind of I was friends with the people that lived in the country, and took their shotguns to school and all that shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why that?
Just because they could. They were kind of the I call them the fake country people. They lived in, their parents worked for Walmart and they were rich and they lived in these 2- and 3-story houses and they wanted to act like they lived on a farm. And
that's super weird.
Yeah,
you know what that's comparable to or comparable to?
What?
Kids that lived in, I would say like maybe middle class areas, and they were in gangs in middle school in Miami.
Yep.
I can see that. That's like the.
Just because they wanted to give off that kind of vibe that they.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
I hate
be
that
yourself.
type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not, because it's on. God, that's another thing we can go
Yeah.
into. Like honestly, maybe I should write this shit down because that would actually be cool.
Good topic.
Yeah. You see, man, already, you're just fucking
hammering it out.
This is the first time that I've had to write shit down. All right, cool. Religion. I spelled it wrong and gang stuff. All right, cool. Okay, so going back. So you moved here. You got a job.
Actually, I didn't tell you.
Uh-oh.
But I don't know if I told you this, but I got a job before I got this job I'm working at now.
Yeah, you worked at Home Depot, right?
Lowe's, but same
Lowe's,
thing.
yeah. You told me that, yeah. But that wasn't, yeah.
I mean, it was like 2 months.
Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah. No, yeah. So basically, going back to that, you got a job with us, and
Did you write gay stuff on here? Is that what that says?
Gang.
Okay, it looks like gay stuff. Dude, your handwriting is terrible.
Dude, fuck you. Literally, I've gotten compliments from both Jason and Anthony on my handwriting.
Oh, and the viewers don't know who those people are.
They don't, but those are our bosses. Yeah, because we have to write a fuckload now, especially now.
Is that how you write on your paperwork at work?
No.
Well,
I'm also using a Sharpie, so.
Okay, well.
I just
That you
know,
didn't put the cap back
I
on.
didn't
It's
put the
gonna dry
fucking.
out.
God damn it, dude! Look at this. Look what I have you on.
Yep.
You know, you're a guest
And
here.
I'm just complaining about
You're
everything.
just giving me shit in my own house, you fuck. But okay, so yeah, so going back, so I meet you, and I try to get to know you, and you don't really talk too much. You don't really do anything. It took maybe, I don't even know how long it took before you started really,
Like,
I guess, opening up. And
almost half a year, honestly.
Really? How long have
Yeah.
you been working there now? It's been 2 years now?
Since last April.
So it's almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2
It'll
years.
be 2 years in April?
Yep.
Okay, so so basically, once you started talking more and opening up more, the one day I go, what happened? Like, why were you like that?
Mm-hmm.
And your I guess answer to that was that you were depressed.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was perfect.
Wow. Atmosphere.
That was crazy. Depressed.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
The thunder.
Depression.
Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, severe depression, and it was something that I've been kind of, I guess, not really coping with, but kind of just ignoring for ever since I was in junior high.
You said that so just in case no one got this, but this is why I wanted Brad to come on, was to talk about depression. Because there's a lot of people out there that have it, and I feel like, you know, if you're going through something, you know, this conversation could possibly help you.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so you were explaining that were you always kind of like quiet like that? You weren't, right?
I mean, I kind of was. As far back as I can remember, I was kind of a quiet guy. Especially in school, I just kind of kept to myself and kept my head down and, you know, did school.
But it wasn't due to that, though, at that time. Like, young.
Oh, like before
like maybe
junior
middle
high?
school, maybe or junior high would be middle school, right?
In Arkansas, it's like junior high and then
high
middle
school.
Yeah.
Oh, elementary is
it's-
considered junior high.
No, it's elementary, middle school, junior high, high school.
Oh, so junior high would be 9th and 10th grade. And then
8th and 9th. No, 7th and 8th. Sorry.
Oh, that's middle school for us.
Yeah. Another reason Arkansas is so fucked up.
What,
for
from
the
the
grade,
education?
For the grade systems. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida's pretty bad too, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't learn shit in high school. But anyways, going back. So, but you said that you had a group of friends, and you weren't really like that with them, though, right? With the
Not with them, no. I mean, they were kind of the 3 or 4 guys that I kind of, you know, I was kind of like this with them, and we joke around and talk a lot. And when I was at school talking with just random people, I mean, I'd be really quiet and reserved and just kind of keep to myself.
Yeah. Which I can say, I feel like I was like that as well in high school, just because I went from public to private school, and I didn't really know anyone in private school. But I guess that makes more sense. You know, if you grow up, I feel like if I had gone to the same school that all my friends went to, it probably wouldn't have been the same case. But I kind of got more antisocial once I got to high school.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty, I kind of grew into anxiety, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Actually, with that, we can talk about both anxiety and depression. That wouldn't be terrible.
They kind of go hand in hand together.
They really do, actually, because there was a time where I started feeling depressed, and so we'll do that too. Okay, so what was it then? So I guess kind of go through. I guess how did you realize it? Like how are you feeling? Like what was it exactly?
Yeah. So I still remember the exact day that I realized that I need to get help for this. I came home from work, and when I was working with this job with you, and I was just in a terrible mood. It was an awful day, and I was still living with my parents at the time, and I just took all my anger and frustration out on them. And
really?
Yeah, I mean, I just started yelling and screaming at them. I mean, for something stupid that kind of parents kind of get onto you for. But that was kind of the day. The day after that, I kind of sat in my truck and realized, okay, I need to. This is a problem. I need to get taken care of right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and Yeah, obviously. I mean, I'm sure they probably were what's going on, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they texted me, I think, the morning after saying, hey, you all right?
Yeah.
Can you talk about this? Or
I mean, have you been an open child with your parents? Like, do you guys have like a really close relationship or?
pretty close. I mean, I tell my mom definitely everything. My dad somewhat, but I'm pretty close with my mom for sure.
Yeah. It's the same for me too. I mean, I'm pretty close to my dad too for the most part, but when I was going through my stuff in high school, which I went through like a really bad time, where it's gonna sound ridiculous, but it's the truth. I'd smoked pot for the first time when I was 15, and I had a really bad experience with it. And I just I think a lot of the stuff that was going on at home too added to it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't help, and I just went through like I want to say like 4 to 6 months of just anxiety at like a level 8 constantly.
Yeah.
Like every waking moment was like an 8 or 7.
Yep.
And my mom told me that, and she'll probably listen to this too. I love you, Mom, by the way. She listens to the podcast. But she told me that she felt like she didn't know me. Like, it wasn't until I got older that I kind of opened up more, and I kind of realized that that's true, that I never really talked to my parents about my problems or anything that was going on with my life. Like, they thought I was gay, for example.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, they legit thought I was gay because I never really tried to get girls or anything in high school. I mean, they were right, but no, I'm not gay. Obviously, I'm with Elizabeth, for all you guys that know. But anyways, but no, yeah, it was really hard, and I'll be honest, I wanted to kill myself. I never tried. I never tried
got
to.
that bad?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, 6 months, dude. Imagine that. Like I wanted, like, basically, the way I know that I wanted to die was that I just wanted to stay asleep.
Yeah.
Like I never wanted to be awake.
Mm-hmm.
Every waking moment was just not fun at all. And I was like I was saying, I mean, I don't think my dad will ever listen to this, but there was a lot of shit going on at my house. My dad was doing some crazy shit. I mean, I want to talk about this stuff, but I don't even know. I don't know
where to start, really.
I could. I just don't know if it would be a good idea. I guess I could talk about the stuff, and then if I feel like I should edit it out, then I'll edit it out. But because I don't know if have I ever talked to you about all this shit?
Not this in detail, no.
Damn.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff to talk about too, like wanting to kill yourself and shit like that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'll go, and I still kind of deal with some of this stuff now, but so when I was young, oh my god, this is crazy because I'm so down to do this, but I just don't want to turn anyone off either. I feel like I don't know. I would appreciate it, and I feel it's just strange because I do this only with people that I trust, and I trust you, so I don't have an issue talking to you about this. But obviously, like, doing it in public is just weird.
Yeah.
So when I was in elementary school, I was like 7 years old, and my cousin, who was going to college from Puerto Rico, he was actually attending the University of Tampa. He was 18 years old, and he was visiting all our family members that lived here in the area. So in Miami, and like I have family members that live in Weston and stuff like that, which is South Florida. And he came to visit us one particular weekend or something like that. And it was me, him, my dad was inside, and his girlfriend was inside as well. We were swimming in the pool, and we were playing, we were just playing games or whatever. And we were playing a game of who could hold their breath longest while swimming from, one side to the other.
Right, yeah.
So we played the game. I did my thing, and I actually was able to go from one side to the other. He ended up passing out underwater.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Long story short to that is he ended up passing away the next day. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So that happened. It was really traumatic. It's still. I mean, I think I've gotten over it a little more, but my aunt just passed away, and that was his mom. That's why that whole situation was really, really tough for me because, Like, and whatever. I kind of talked about this a little bit, not on the podcast, but just posting stuff on Facebook. But she ended up funding the album, and I guess one of the hard things was that I was never able to play it for her like consciously. I did play it for her while she was in a coma, but yeah, but regardless, so that traumatized me.
Yeah.
I learned later that my dad, like, that affected my dad because he was the adult, he was the supervisor there. He tried to do CPR on him and all that stuff, and it just wasn't working. But yeah, later on we talked about it, and he told me that a lot of his issues with alcohol and stuff like that, which is ironic because we're drinking right now. But,
right. Yeah.
I definitely don't have any of those issues that my dad has. I love you, Dad. I hope you never listen to this. I hope you never listen to this. I doubt he ever will. But anyway, but my dad had a really bad history of getting drunk every now and then, and kind of flipping out on us, and not necessarily physically hurting us. He did when I was younger, but it's
more like verbal and
just kind of he would. I mean, I guess you could say that there was times where he would kind of like for example, like there was one time where he like grabbed my little brother, and my mom was obviously freaking out, so we just got up and left. But he did that one time, and there was one time where my mom was trying to get me to leave, and I was already a little older at this time, so I wasn't afraid or anything, and it was actually when I started learning how to play guitar and stuff like that. And I was playing guitar in my room, and they were arguing, and he was drunk, and she was trying to get me to go with her to leave. And I was like, I'm not leaving. This is my house. And this was also in high school. And so she left, and I'm there in my room playing, and he's just coming back. He's coming to my room, and like he's just basically in a fucking, I don't even know what you would call that, like he was just being crazy. He was acting crazy. He was walking to my room, like walking back and forth, like just about pacing. He was basically pacing back and forth, telling me to like go with him to go get food, like that he would drive us to a restaurant. He was wasted.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, no, you're wasted. And he was acting crazy. So basically, he kind of like threatened me. He basically said, like, if you don't fucking get in that car, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass. And I just said, and obviously at that point I was just like, fuck you. I get up and I start walking out, and I just walk out the house, and then it basically turned into him chasing me down the road, telling me that he was gonna fucking kill me.
Damn.
And I had to hide in bushes and call my fucking friend that lived kind of close and ask her if she could pick me up basically. But after that incident happened, my mom tried to leave him, and she left him for a while. He moved into a condo in Hollandale Beach, and he stayed there for a while. My house got robbed like shortly afterwards. Yeah.
It's kind of yeah.
And I have an idea of who it was, but I don't know. But because it was very particular, like they knew where everything was. So someone that's been there before.
Like a friend or
no, I think it was a family member,
Oh.
but I don't know. I'm not gonna
name names on a podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. But my dad, he eventually they get back together or whatever, and things were okay for a while. But then my little brother, which, you know what, I won't even talk because he's not here for that. I won't talk on his behalf. Yeah. But let's just put it this way: it's something that my brother, he got in trouble, and my dad freaked out, and he did something he shouldn't have done, and my mom decided to divorce him. So now they're divorced. During that whole time in high school, though, when that shit was going down, I was going through a lot of anxiety, and he had came back. Like, this was when he came back after being gone for a while, and I was going through like the worst time ever. And it took me about a year to basically get over it. And then after that, I got better, and I'm at a point now where I really don't have any anxiety, to be honest. And
so what, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you at usually?
I would say a 0.
0?
Yeah, a 0.
That's good that you got over it.
Yeah, I mean, it comes like sometimes it'll just happen, but I think now it's more of like an actual normal thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like
something everybody gets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's not like there are instances where it is abnormal, but I've learned how to tell myself that it's just anxiety, and then it just goes away. So, and I'll be honest, like smoking pot also just kind of helps with that. Like, and I don't mean literally it takes it away. It actually forces you to face that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it forced me to face that fear of, of actually just being in my head and stuff like that. So, allegedly.
We're not saying anyone on this podcast.
Yeah, I don't smoke
kind of stuff.
I don't do that. But anyways, so yeah, that's kind of my story with anxiety and depression. And during that time, I definitely wanted to die. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't really I don't know. I was kind of a shell of a person at that time. It was kind of crazy, to be honest. And whatever.
Well, damn, this is kind of a therapy podcast, huh?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
So going back to wanting to kill yourself, I was never really at that point. But I remember, like, as far back as I can remember, at least till junior high, I was at this point where if something would have happened to me, like I would have just accepted it. Like I wouldn't have, like,
been mad about it, basically.
Been mad or, fought back, or, if someone just, shot me, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely past that now, and I'm glad to hear that you're not wanting to, shoot yourself in the vital parts and
my penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's a pretty vital part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, obviously, and that's I'm glad that you got out of that too. No, it's I think the majority of people probably go through this stuff, and it's weird because I would like to be more real on social media, for example, but I just don't think it's the right outlet for it.
Right.
And the majority of, you can tell when someone's depressed.
Yeah.
Because they're constantly posting things like, I love my life and I have such a beautiful life.
They're trying to fake it.
They're trying to fake it. Yeah. And, whatever, man. There's some people that do post that stuff, and, it's weird because there's a line where it's like, are you posting that for attention or do you really need help? Because,
right.
If it's for the attention one, then you're a bad person, in my opinion.
Yep.
The thing with me is that I would way quicker go to a person and talk to them first. And I learned that. I had to learn to communicate because, like I said before, I never did. And now I'm like an open book, basically.
Yeah.
And that honestly, I've learned that like just communicating with someone, just if I'm going through something, telling someone, hey, I'm going through this, please, is like, whatever, just talk to me. Just tell me, I did go to therapy. I don't know have you been to therapy at all?
Like right when this stuff started, I went to therapy and it didn't
help you?
Didn't help at all. It's probably because I didn't like talk to the guy really.
Yeah, you didn't open up at all?
Yeah, I was not. I was just a blank.
Yeah, I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, do you not trust people?
I've got a hard time trusting people. And I've told you that because of the people that I used to hang out with. That's kind of the whole reason I've got a hard time trusting people.
Makes sense, actually.
But
okay, so with your depression, then so you went through this event where you got upset with your parents and you kind of realized. So after that, what did you do then?
So at first I didn't kind of accept the fact that I may have had depression. I thought maybe, I'm just having a bad day or a bad week or a bad month. But the more I kind of looked into it, the more I realized I had these symptoms of major depressive disorder. That's kind of the scientific.
Okay, so what was it then? Like, what were the symptoms, for example?
Constant anxiety, mood fluctuations, lashing out, and lack of interest in your hobbies, just kind of stuff like that. And I mean, that's all the stuff that's been kind of trickling away at me for a long time. And that's kind of when I decided, you know what, I need to nip this in the butt right now.
Yeah. The crazy thing is that you did that on your own.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they might not even, I don't know, they'd probably stay stuck in that frame of that there's nothing necessarily wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a weird thing. To me, I guess it's kind of crazy that it's a topic or it's a thing that I think most people probably deal with, and it's 2018, and a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
For example, like they don't know what the symptoms of depression are.
Yeah, or they think it's just them having a bad day, or they want to kind of downplay it, but that's something you can't really downplay if you're having, it's one thing having a bad day, but if you're having a bad year, then that's kind of...
Yeah, like if you're not... Well, I guess it's more of... My mentality now is, am I happy?
Yeah. If you can't remember the last day that you were happy, you need to kind of reevaluate what you're doing.
Yeah, I can't even like if I could go back to that time where every day was just it was just awful. But the thing is like it was so clear to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have that before.
Yeah.
But in your case, it was kind of like that from the beginning, right?
Yeah, like I could not remember a single day that I was like, you know what, I'm in a good mood today. Whereas now, like most days are, you know what, yeah, I'm having a pretty good day.
Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say with that is, it's not. I guess it would make sense to me that a person would have a hard time like realizing that they were going through something like that because it's just something that they've always had. Right.
You kind of get into that slump and then just kind of...
Well, I mean, there's people like I've like my good friend that I won't name either because I don't know if you would want me to talk about this, but and we've never talked about it like on in public like this, but he dealt with it for his whole life, and I mean it took a long time for him to realize that it was becoming an issue for him because he just wasn't doing anything. Like he wasn't doing anything he was supposed to be doing.
He was just like a husk of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what it was is like, I guess outside influence, like me going, what is going on with you, man? Like,
and you need to do that. That you need to be that kind of wrecking ball, I guess, to kind of knock that wall down to get them help.
It sucks, man, because I had a friend a couple years ago that she took her own life, and people said that they didn't even know.
Yep.
And it's like, how does that even happen?
Yeah, like how do you... They might seem happy on Facebook or Twitter, and one day they're just gone. I mean, how do you... I don't know how you... You just got to make sure your friends are okay, and if they're acting weird, then...
Yeah. I think it for her is that she was like whenever she was out, she was getting fucking obliterated.
Oh, yeah.
But it never came off like it was... Like, it just seemed like she just enjoyed getting fucked up.
Yep.
It didn't seem like she had an issue.
Mm-hmm. Like, did this all happen just one day out of the blue, or?
I don't know.
Was she always that kind of person?
I wasn't that close to her.
Mm-hmm.
But according to her best friend, she didn't really know that she was going through this stuff. Like, she didn't know that she was sad.
Yeah.
And even someone else that is close to me too, he was kind of seeing her, and I don't think he knew either. Which I haven't talked to him about it since, but really, but it would be a good thing actually to ask him. But that sucks too because it's like, to bring that up now, it's not necessarily a nice thing to hear. Like, yeah, I kind of figured something was going on, and it's not necessarily the greatest thing to talk about.
You gotta kind of put your mental health above your feelings sometimes, especially when you gotta like a feeling that one of your friends is going through some stuff. Just be like, hey, you all right? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like now. I don't know. I just don't know now. I'm trying to think if I could notice it. I'm very oblivious to things.
Yeah.
Like, I've been told that a lot. And not necessarily, like, in a bad way. Like not in a way where it's like, It's more like oblivious to my surroundings rather than it being a negative connotation to where it's like, oh, you don't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
if
yeah,
someone's talking to me, I'm obviously listening to them.
Right.
I feel like I'm actually really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like the underlying kind of things. Like, for example, like when I was younger, I never knew that a girl was hitting on me, for example.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like
You've
that
talked
type of
about
shit.
that,
Yeah.
Yep.
And people were like, yeah, bro, you were like the most popular guy in high school. I'm just like, or
No.
not in high school, but in middle school, whatever, middle
Yeah.
school. I was just like, I couldn't even. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I could tell now maybe, like, but like if I knew someone and I saw them kind of just acting different, I'd be like, oh, there's something going on.
Yeah.
And like for example, like our neighbors here, she was going through some stuff too, and she came and she talked to me, and I felt like that was awesome because I actually felt like I was able to, kind of calm her down and help her out,
Mm-hmm.
just be an ear for her problems.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all you need, just to have someone listen to you.
I think a lot of times it is.
Yeah.
But so another facet of this thing is that I guess there's a huge debate, misconception about medication.
Yeah.
And you're taking medication.
I'm taking medication. Yep.
Yeah. So I think now my opinion on the matter is that there's people that need it.
Yeah.
And I know another person that is taking it as well,
Mm-hmm.
or taking pills. And the thing is, it's like a lot of people don't take it because they feel like they're weak for taking it.
Yeah.
Or even the whole concept of being depressed, like admitting that they're depressed.
Yeah.
They don't want to feel weak. Were you like that at all?
As far as depression goes, no, I wasn't like that. When I still have ADHD. I kind of felt like I was weak taking that medicine, just because I was so young, and I was like, why am I taking this when all my classmates are not doing that?
Yeah.
But as far as depression goes, no. That's it. Again, it's something that I've dealt with for so long that I don't think something other than medication could really help me.
Yeah.
At least at that point. It's something that I want to, eventually wean off and get off that.
Yeah.
But,
which I guess like the thing is the issue I have is I have issues with people who look down upon anyone that takes medication.
Right.
Because you don't, first of all, you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what that person has tried already. For example, therapy, working out, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. I do think that there's instances where someone might be depressed because of their weight, because of their health. I'm sure that's obviously a factor.
Yeah.
But there are some people that unfortunately they just happen to, they just don't have the same chemistry.
Yeah, it's chemical imbalance.
Yeah. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
None of us are. We're human beings. Like, it's a weird concept to think that human beings are a perfect specimen, but we're really not. We have so many flaws, and the mind is definitely, our brains are definitely one of them.
Yep.
And I think that you should always go towards, taking a pharmaceutical, whatever, a pill or whatever?
Right.
No, obviously not. But there's people that it helps, and like for example, in your case, you're happy now, right?
Right. Yeah. And like we were talking about earlier with therapy, that was something that I tried when I was younger, but it didn't help at all. So that's kind of the next step for me. But I'm going to start kind of exploring other options because I kind of think I'm in a good enough place right now to where I can kind of, wean myself off.
Yeah, that's good too. Like to have that mentality as well. I think that's a great mentality.
Yeah.
It's because I guess I also understand the other side of where you don't want to be, like, you don't want the pills to be your existence, basically.
Yeah, you don't want it to be a crutch.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah. And I get that too, But the other thing too is like I guess what the main thing is, like, if you need to take these pills, if you tried everything, if you tried the being healthy, all this stuff, and you still feel depressed, you shouldn't feel bad about taking pills.
Yeah.
If it makes you fucking happy, then do whatever makes you happy, man. Yep. Like, you should never feel ashamed or anything like that. And I feel like that's That's a big message that people need to hear nowadays, because there's so much shit about, obviously like the being organic and not taking pharmaceuticals. It's like, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of fucked up shit with pharmacies and these corporations and these companies, but it does come down to a science, and not everyone that goes into the pharmaceutical fucking field is a terrible person or just looking to make money.
Right.
I'm sure the majority of scientists that research this and that go into this actually have good intentions.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason they got into science. It wasn't just to make money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I can't really. After that, so I guess we can kind of talk about like. So what kind of methods are you looking into to kind of start weaning off of it?
Kind of the next step for me is kind of revisiting therapy. Like I said, I wasn't a very open person my first time around. I think now that I'm kind of more open and I can talk to, other people, I think therapy will kind of help with that. Other than that, I guess I'd have to, talk to my doctor and kind of be open with her.
Yeah.
Seeing what I can do.
Yeah. Well, because so I've noticed that with eating a healthier diet, and I'm not perfect. I'm really not. I'm just saying my experience with eating healthier and not drinking as much. Because I do like drinking, I'll be honest. I don't think I have an issue. I just think I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So not eating eating less sugar, working out. I had been working out a lot. I lost 20 pounds or like 25, whatever it is, 25 pounds. I was 215 at one point, which was like pretty overweight.
Yeah.
And I did all that stuff, and I can honestly say that, yeah, I just feel better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There is definitely, I need to start going to bed like earlier because
kind of a normal time.
Holy shit, man. Like going to bed at 12 o'clock is just so bad because I wake up at 5:20.
Yeah, I wake up at 5 o'clock on the dot.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah. Well, you know what time I go to bed? What, 7:30, 8 o'clock?
Like 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
basically.
8 o'clock.
Yeah. The thing with me in that is that I hate the feeling of going to work and then getting home and then going to bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're happy with that, that's cool.
I'm thrilled by that.
Yeah,
I get enough sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, like I just can't because I just feel like I think it's kind of stupid because
it's a waste of a day, kind of.
Yeah, it's stupid though because I end up being tired the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a never-ending cycle of either I feel like the day was wasted or I wake up tired the next day.
Well, I think first of all, setting a sleep schedule. Like you need to go to bed at 8 o'clock. Like you need to be in bed by 8. That's it.
Yeah.
Not by 9, not by 8:30. You need to be in bed by 8. That'll be kind of the first step to getting. You can wake up, and I'm not like I wake up at 5 o'clock now, and I'm like, all right, I'm tired a little bit. I'll set my alarm for 5:10.
Yeah.
I'll wake up at 5:10. I'm good to go.
How far is your drive?
It's about 30 minutes.
Okay, so it was basically because for me, I can leave at 6 and get there on time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay, so you spend like the whole morning kind of like getting prepared for it, basically.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I basically
psyching myself up.
Yeah, I wake up at 5. I wake up at 5:20, and then I put what is it called? The snooze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put like a 20-minute snooze,
Yep.
and then I wake up at 5:40.
Yeah.
And I have my clothing ready, so I just put my clothing on, brush my teeth. I don't even eat though.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. I don't eat breakfast.
I don't eat either. Yeah.
I've been taking my vitamins now and stuff like that,
Yep.
fish oil, and then I just hop in the car and drive over.
Yep.
But yeah, it's pretty. It's like basically I get ready in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
Do you like take a shit and stuff in the morning?
I take a shit once a day, and that's right when I get home from work.
That's fucking crazy to me. I take like way more shit.
Yeah, you take a shit an hour, really.
Dude, I take like 4 or 5 shits a day.
Yeah.
Probably more than that, to be honest.
Yeah. Every time you get back to the office, you just
I take a shit.
go right into the shitter.
Right into the bathroom,
Yep.
yeah. So I usually, now it's actually less. It's probably, I take a shit in the afternoon when I go eat lunch.
Yep.
And then when I get back to the office. So
Okay.
that's
That's
two.
two. Yep.
And
Keep
then
count.
usually I take like 2 or 3 shits when I'm back at the house.
So 4 to 5 shits a
A
day.
day, yeah. Uh-huh.
That is crazy.
I know, but I think it's actually healthy though because I looked it up. And I think it's actually a sign of a healthy colon.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Although I don't eat a whole lot during the day. I eat pretty well when I'm home.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of eat snacks.
You
Yeah.
eat like straight dog shit, bro.
Yeah, I do.
You eat like fucking
Takis,
like candy.
pretzels,
Yeah. You just eat
some
the
Red Bull to wash it down.
Yeah, some gummy bears.
Yeah, I
fucking,
don't have gummy bears.
or
Come on, get the
gummies,
fuck out
whatever.
of here.
What were you? You had candy the other day. What was the candy that you had?
What?
You have candy. You had
What are
candy.
you talking about?
Yeah, you
Down
did.
laters? What are you talking about?
That's some candy, you fuck.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you, 5, bro?
Yeah.
Eating like a 10-year-old.
That was like a month ago you said that, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm horribly offended, sir.
That's so funny.
I need to get another beer.
Yeah, go for it. Actually, let's pause it.
Driving lost from consciousness.
And we're back.
Welcome back to
Well,
the House of I podcast.
I was just telling Brad here how this conversation is almost at an hour, and it's felt quite short, actually.
It's felt like 15 minutes, maybe. Not even that.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say 15. I would say it was more of like a blink of the eye.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're currently imbibing on some Hoegaarden. Is that even how you pronounce it? How do you think you pronounce it?
Hoegaarden.
They're Belgium.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how they sound. You sounded more like a...
How in the garden? There you go. How in the garden?
Hoegaarden.
How in the garden?
They have to sound like they'd have to sound German.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's German.
That's
That's like a gay German. That's a German.
That sounds more like a French German.
How in the garden? How's that?
Oh, I wish you had that accent.
Just sound like a southern German guy.
Yeah, southern dude.
Yeah.
That would be so weird.
Yeah.
A southern German.
You know
guy.
what that sound like?
Like you?
How in the garden?
Fucking stupid, man. Yeah, you've never had these, and
No,
you said
it's very good.
it's fucking delish,
Yeah.
dog. It's one of my favorites, bro. These are. Oh, and also, we're actually not drinking these properly. You're supposed to put them in a glass because there's actually there's like little like stuff on the bottom here.
Stuff.
Yeah, there's
Didn't
like
notice
see
that.
that white stuff?
Yeah. Foam?
Yeah, it's spices.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah, so you're not even getting the full flavor.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, would you look at it?
Wow, just look at it.
Just take a look at
Just
it.
look at it.
Just look at that.
Wow. Wowie.
So yeah, maybe the next one we'll fucking get
That's
a
why
glass.
I stick to my Corona Extra brand
Which
beer.
isn't bad either, honestly.
Oh, it's very good.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. I actually we came up with topics. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that part in where we literally spoke about the things we should speak about, but maybe I will. I don't know. Go fuck yourself.
What, gay stuff and religion?
Yeah, gay stuff and religion. That actually ties into each other quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby.
Bob?
Hank Hill. Let's talk about religion,
All
dog.
right.
So, we kind of talked about this a little bit at work one day. And what was I forget what the question was. What was it? Oh, okay. So let's actually specifically. I'm gonna remember the memory exact. Like
Dan
literally.
just pointed at me with a fierce passion in his eye. You just realized something very important.
We were just driving on the road on 41, and I think it was what had to do with like how was it a church car? I just know there was an accident, and I remember saying that what if now those people are atheists or some shit like that because of the accident. What was it? Do you remember?
I don't remember this at all.
Oh my god, what was it? You were like, oh, that's actually pretty funny. Remember we were together. Yes, this was actually. I think it may have been either the fish kill.
Yeah.
It was the fish kill.
I think it was.
It was the fish kill. Yeah.
I remember you smelled like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw like an accident or something, and it had to do something with like
with church
with
or
church.
something, or religion.
Oh, it was a church van. Remember, it was a church van.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, it was a church.
I was thinking like a hearse or something, like a...
No, you fucking morbid piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
You said a church car, and that's where I went. You said...
The hearse doesn't necessarily have to do with...
That's a car.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily like churchy.
What?
It's a
the
funeral.
Hell is a church car?
The church van.
That's not a car. That's a van.
I know, I misspoke.
All
But
right.
a hearse, though? That's not a van either.
That's
Or
a car.
No, it's not. It's a hatchback. That's not a car. It's an
Dan,
automobile.
You're really pissing me off right now.
I can tell by the tone you just gave me.
Yeah. My southern drawl is coming out. I'm gonna flip you. I'm gonna flip you like a cheese omelet, boy.
You actually brought a shotgun with you.
Yeah. Just, it's sitting in the corner right there, just waiting.
You knew at some point
Yep.
this was gonna happen.
Well, all Arkansans bring shotguns anywhere they go. You know this. I've told you this before.
You just said that on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but sidebar.
Okay.
Have you ever seen 3 Men and a Baby?
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, fuck. Well, there was this movie with Ted Danson, I believe, and like 2 other guys, I forget their name, and a baby gets dropped off at their apartment. They like their apartment where they live together as roommates or something. Is it Ted Danson? No, it's Tom Selleck, I believe. Anyways, regardless, I don't remember.
Okay.
But
yeah.
there was like this whole like ghost thing that people were saying about the movie where like there was apparently like where they shot the movie, a kid was killed by a shotgun. Yeah. And there's like a scene like they cut, like if you stop the scene, there's actually like a almost like a shadow of a shotgun.
Oh, that's creepy.
Isn't that creepy?
That's creepy.
You never
Halloween
heard of that?
creepy. No, I've never heard that.
We'll look that up
Yeah.
later. Yeah. Oh wait, dude, do you like creepy shit?
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, I don't really get creeped out by a whole lot of stuff.
I get creeped out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of creepypasta?
Yeah.
You like that stuff?
No.
You don't? Because it's
Tacky
stupid?
and crappy as hell.
Yeah, but I don't read the stories, though. I'm just talking about, like, the...
Have you heard of the SPC stuff?
No, what's SPC?
Oh, I gotta show you that. There's
no.
Yes.
No, that sounds scary.
Yes.
What is that?
It's secure, contain, and protect.
Nope, I don't want to see it. I'm already scared.
It's paranormal.
No. Oh, if it's
stuff.
paranormal, then I don't care, actually. I'm actually more afraid of, like, things that are not real for some reason. I don't know why.
What do you mean not real?
Like, have you ever
Like
seen... There's a video...
Sasquatch?
No,
Oh.
not like that. Like Slender Man kind of shit.
You're
you
scared
know?
of that?
I'm not scared of it, but it's just like it creeps me out more. You know,
I think you'd be creeped out by SCP stuff.
paranormal stuff. Yeah, but I don't believe in ghosts.
I mean, it's not really paranormal stuff. There's like a statue that you have to keep constant eye contact with it.
Okay, that type of shit
Or
scares
if you
me.
turn around, it snaps your neck.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
type of shit scares me. There's
Yeah.
a video on YouTube where it's like a guy, and like if you stare at it long enough,
Yeah.
like it eventually changes like its face.
Yeah.
And like apparently like if you watch the whole video, you die afterwards.
Did you watch that video, Danny? Did you die?
I didn't, but my friend Kenny did, and he's like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Did he die?
No.
Oh, okay.
He just laughed
So
at
the
me.
video is fake then.
Yeah, he's super. He's very scientific, and
It's
he
like
doesn't
the Mickey Mouse thing. You ever seen that?
the Mickey
The
Mouse
creepy
thing.
Mickey Mouse video?
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that.
Yeah,
where it's creepypasta Mickey stuff.
Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse, black and white Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
running or just walking across the screen.
Yep.
The screen.
Yep.
And it's just a guy screaming and wailing.
Oh my god, that's creepy
Yeah.
though. That's fucking terrible.
It's not creepy. It's just funny though.
Yeah, I guess like if you think about it, it's
Yeah,
funny.
just
'Cause
like,
it's just a guy.
Why would you make this?
Have you ever heard of the game Sad Satan?
No.
Oh my god, dude. We have to watch that later. It's fucking creepy as shit. The only real reason why it's creepy is because the stuff that's like the content in the game is like some really dark shit. Like I'm talking about like child murderers and like child rapists and stuff like that. Like yeah, it's fucking dark, dude.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, so like it's kind of
My skin's crawling.
Is it really?
No.
Oh, fuck you. You're such an asshole. I get creeped out by that shit, man. I'm a fucking pussy, dude.
We get creeped out by creepypasta and Slender Man.
Yeah,
Fucking
I
wimp.
mean, I don't really get creeped out by that, but it definitely, like, it just, I don't know, it makes me uneasy, you know? Like, you've heard of the game Silent Hill, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever played it?
No.
That game is fucking scary, dude.
I'll agree with you on that. That game's kind of creepy.
Okay, so you agree with me.
Yeah.
All right.
Or those games, I guess, are kind of creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a, you know, like, yeah, I tried playing it, and it took me a long time to get to where I haven't even beaten it. I haven't beaten it yet.
Did you shit your pants?
No, in my defense, the game broke.
It broke itself, you mean?
Fuck you. I didn't even think of it like that.
It broke itself?
It was like...
Oh, my God. Guys, you didn't see this, but Danny just shat his pants.
Fuck you. It was like one of those HD collections,
Yeah.
and the game just stopped working. Yeah.
It snapped in half
God
in
damn
the
it,
disc
dude.
tray.
Fuck you.
Oh, my God.
Jesus, I didn't even think of it like that.
Oh, my God, dude. It didn't want you to finish the game, dude. Didn't want you to kill a ghost.
That's the type of shit that I think about now.
No,
I don't
dude.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I don't know.
There's going to be a ghost outside your window tapping on your window.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's true. I mean, the
Stop.
ghost told me, so.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I'll slap you
No.
with love.
I still got the shotgun over here, so go for it.
Fuck you. Okay, so religion. Segue.
15 minutes later.
15 minutes later. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but the conversation. Oh, so going back to the story, yeah. So basically, a church van got into an accident.
A whole church.
And I was just like, you know, what'd be funny is if some of those passengers in that church van became atheist after that, because they're like, you know, basically like, God is sending me a message, I guess. Or I guess if they're atheists, they wouldn't believe in God, but like, obviously
God's saying,
there's no
I don't
God.
want you.
Yeah, there is no God. That's
Yeah.
basically what and you were like, oh, that's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
And your fucking stupid ass accent.
God, that's kind of funny, y'all.
Wow, that's clever.
Wow,
Can
y'all.
you explain that to me? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Wait, do you not believe in Jesus Christ, our Savior?
I don't. Well, it's not that I don't, and I kind of brought this up earlier, but I'm a very scientific-oriented person, and I need to be able to see something before I believe in it. I don't have kind of blind faith, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I grew up in a very religious, or I guess non-religious house.
Non-religious?
Non-religious, surprisingly, because I told you my mom is Greek Orthodox.
Oh,
my dad's
okay.
Christian.
Yeah.
They didn't really kind of force that
On
onto
you.
me.
Yeah.
I guess my sister kind of found her way to Christianity herself, but I kind of found my way to agnosticism myself.
Yeah, and for me, I was raised Catholic. I went to Catholic high school, private high school. My parents are pretty chill about it. Like my mom has been on the podcast. I don't think we ever. I do want to get her on actually to talk about religion. That'd be cool because it'd be nice to get her perspective. I think she has a really good perspective on it. But but I do find it interesting because in a weird way we find ourselves in a country where it is definitely the dominant force behind a lot of things. I mean, you could argue that the reason why there's even an argument between abortion and stuff like that is because of religion.
Yep.
Not that I really have an opinion on that. I don't really know, to be honest. I think
I can kind of see both sides of that argument.
yeah, I think there's got to be a middle ground there that we're not really talking about. That's funny too because I learned in college how, you know, the stages, basically like the life cycle of you know, basically
a baby or a fetus.
Yeah, a baby, a fetus or whatever.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't remember it.
Yeah.
And I don't know the time period in terms of abortion of like when they actually remove things.
Yeah, that's kind of a highly debated topic because if it's the first breath or the first, you know, movement or the arm or the first heartbeat or the first blink of the eye. That's kind of all different stages.
If we get at that point, like if
Yeah.
it's a baby or a fetus, even, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't think I'm not down for that, to be honest. if it's Blasticell, if it's like a Blasticell or whatever, you know, it's just
Yeah.
a, you know,
Congregation
of cells.
Yeah.
Then, you know, at that point I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But because the thing is, like, think about it. So, crazy scenario for both of us.
Okay.
If we were to have sex and get a woman impregnated.
Okay, first of all, would I be the guy or the girl?
Both. You're a hermaphrodite.
Okay.
So you're
Continue.
doing this to yourself.
Okay.
Actually, let's.
So I'm fucking myself.
Let's continue that.
Okay.
Because that still works.
Yeah.
You're hermaphrodite.
Right.
We're both hermaphrodites in this scenario.
Okay.
I don't even know if hermaphrodites can actually impregnate themselves, but
I think we need to have a guest scientific speaker on.
okay. So let's just give a scenario where they can.
Okay.
Where they can impregnate themselves, right?
Right.
So that we don't include anyone else but ourselves into
Mhm.
this conversation. So we impregnate ourselves, right?
Okay.
In my current situation, for example, not only do I not have the money to afford.
You do not have the
child.
money?
No, I cannot afford
Okay.
a baby right now.
All right.
And the government they give help, right?
Yes.
Do you get support from the government? I don't know.
I mean, I guess it kind of
Depends on your
depends
income.
on your income, and yeah.
See, I don't know. That's
I don't
the
know.
thing.
I'm not pregnant. I've never been pregnant.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know.
See, but I feel like that's an important thing, right? I feel like that for example, and we can look that up right now. I'm not going to, but
Yeah.
But the fact that we don't know that, I feel like that should be known.
Yeah.
You know. So we're pregnant now, right? I don't
Okay.
have the funds.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.
I don't have a name. Do you have a name?
Barntilda,
Why?
because it's
Just-
a beautiful
just-
baby girl.
Just why?
Because it's a beautiful baby girl. Do you have a problem with that?
Barn Tilda?
Barntilda.
Does that have to do with the fact that you're from Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
Okay. Have you chosen the pronoun, or are you gonna let them choose for themselves?
Now that's a whole nother debate. It's a whole nother debate.
All
if
right,
you
let's
wanna
get
talk
back.
about
Let's
that.
get back. Let's get
All
back. So, we're pregnant now.
Okay.
I don't have the funds.
Okay.
You don't have the funds, I'm assuming, right?
At this current state, no.
Technically, I have the space.
I barely have enough for my mortgage, but yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
And with my lifestyle,
Mhm.
it's not conducive to have a child.
Right. You're gonna have to stop touring and have to stop
All that
the
stuff.
band. Yeah.
Now there are bands that I know that there's a group that I know that they have a kid together and they tour with the kid
Mhm.
and stuff like that, which is awesome. I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's cool. I personally, I don't even know how I would handle that. I have no idea.
Don't know.
The child is also a little older too, so it might be a little easier now.
Yeah.
It's not that it's impossible.
Oh
I
no.
just know.
Definitely not. Yeah.
I just know that it would make things way more difficult.
A lot more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I don't. And
'Cause
honestly,
you got to worry about his schooling and all that too.
Exactly. Yeah. And honestly, like parenting,
Yeah.
that just sounds so scary to me.
Yep.
You know. But anyways, okay. So that's the main reason why I would like if that ever happened, if I were to get pregnant, I would be like, fuck. I really need to think about this. Do I really want to change my life like this?
Mhm. Well, that's something that you need to decide before you get pregnant.
I know, but mistakes happen, right?
Yep.
And that's the main, like, I think that's probably
That's
a big.
one of the main arguments. Yeah.
And going back to full circle, going back to religion, the issue here is that I think, and I'm not speaking for everyone, but I feel like the consensus, maybe from the church or whatever,
Mhm.
they like to, instead of, what's the word, not professing, but instead of educating people about safe sex,
Right.
they choose to the whole abstinence
They
route.
kind of ignore the problem, and
Yeah.
or they teach people to ignore the problem, I guess.
Which is, it's just not, like, that's not
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 smart.
reality.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
Yep.
People fuck, you know, it's just what happens. I mean, and I don't want to talk shit, but it's like, look at all the scandals that happen in the church where these priests are, you know,
Touching little boys.
fucking kids, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I just want
that-
to go on record. I would never do that.
what?
Touch little boys.
I thought I thought you did that all the time.
Well, not on weekends.
Okay.
So
So you touch little boys on weekdays.
I do not ever touch little boys on weekdays.
Okay. So weekends.
I do not touch little boys on weekdays. I just want to say that.
Want to be specific?
I just want to be specific.
I want to make sure Monday through Friday. No
Monday through
diddling.
Friday is work time.
Yeah.
Weekends are my days.
Yeah.
Okay?
And no one and fuck anyone that wants to know what that consists of.
Right.
Right. Okay. That's
Yep.
between you and whoever you diddle.
Right. Yes.
We do not condone the diddling of little kids.
On weekdays. Yes.
Ever.
Ever.
Wait, I forgot what we were saying. God damn it.
Abortion.
Yeah. So okay. So okay. So in my eyes, right? So where I would agree or see religion more as literally more of a follow these commandments because it leads to you being a better person.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I think personally, this is my opinion, is that this is their downfall because instead of being real or having, I guess, basing their reality with actual reality, they tend to not do that. They tend to suppress things, and that never works. It just doesn't fucking
Right.
work.
They're trying to make their own reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's one issue I have with religion because there's people like I said, like my mom, who she believes in God, and I think and there's nothing wrong with believing in God or following a religion or whatever, but I feel like there's so many downfalls to it. But going back to our other conversation was we were kind of talking about, I guess, why people go towards religion, why people feel the need for it.
I've got kind of a theory about that. I think a lot of people go towards religion because they are in a bad place. They need something to turn to. I mean, not saying that.
It's not everyone either, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. This is some people.
Yeah. I'm saying some people turn to religion because they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah. Like, for example, someone that's convicted of murder, and
Right.
they go to jail and they find Jesus
Yep.
in jail. That is that. I would say, yeah. I think you're right about that. It's I think the majority of people are probably born into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I
we
can see
know
that,
someone, for example, that we worked with that I had a full conversation with this person.
Yeah. This is the guy we talked about earlier. Or someone else.
No, someone else
Okay.
that used to work recently.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And he was very religious.
Yep.
And he was cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, he wasn't judgmental or anything like that.
Yeah, very cool guy.
Very cool guy.
From the outside, you wouldn't have guessed that
He was
very
religious. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good indication that he's not like a shitty religious person or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I had the conversation with him where I basically just asked him, like, what, like, have you even read the Bible? Like, why do you believe in this stuff? And his answer was basically, I was born into it, so it's just what I believe. Now, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is, like, should you not, if you, like, think about it, right, with anything,
Mm-hmm.
are you, well, because you could even argue with science, for
Yeah.
example, like,
If you were born into science.
exactly, right?
Yeah.
But we learn about science. It's not the same concept.
Right.
Like, you learn about it, you learn how things work.
Right.
A lot of people are born into religion, they don't necessarily read it, they don't read the book or
They
anything
just
like
kind of
that.
accept it at face value.
Exactly. And I don't think that's a great thing either, right? Because honestly, the reason why I kind of questioned it was because I went to Catholic school, and I realized that, in my opinion, I just thought it was kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just never made sense to me that a book was written by a bunch of people and it's been carried along through, hundreds of years, and we just think it's so right now.
Yep.
It's kind of crazy to think that it's that old.
Yeah, and
Like
it's kind of crazy.
Catholicism.
It's crazy to think that the United States is so centered on Christianity.
Yeah,
Too.
Christianity.
Yeah. And
I guess that's probably the bigger one, right? Christianity more than Catholicism.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think at least in the U.S.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I just think that's crazy because the U.S. was founded on, religious independence and freedom. And it's
It makes no sense.
Swung back around.
So, with that said, it's like you would think that people that are on the right, because I feel like they're more prone to stick with, like they're more prone for their political ideology to be in relation to the religious ideology rather than have them separate. Does that make sense?
Correct. Yeah, they kind of base everything on religion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make sense.
No.
Especially like now, even thinking about it more, like you're in the government.
Yeah.
Our Constitution, it says it in the Constitution.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's like, is it the issue? Is the issue that is the issue the popularity of the religion, or because like you could argue that if for example our country was more diverse religiously, maybe with Muslim, Jewish, all that stuff,
Right.
with it being more balanced out in terms of how many there are in the country, do you think if that were the case, do you think that this would still be a problem, or do you think it's more of like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if it was more balanced, would it still be a problem?
I don't know. I think it's kind of both of what you're saying. Because Christianity is such. I mean, I don't know what percentage of people in the U.S. kind of adhere to Christianity, but I don't know. It's tough to say, especially in 2018, where people are so, I guess, adverse to other religions influencing them, like Islam and stuff like that. But that's kind of tough to say for me.
Yeah, and that's another funny thing too, because I think nowadays Christianity is considered one of the more appropriate religions, just because it's not so radicalized like Muslim, like the Muslim religion is. But don't forget that there's a huge history with. I mean, there's still a lot of shit going on now in the community or whatever. But there's the Crusaders and all that
Crusades,
stuff.
yeah.
We're not that far removed from those events. We just happen to be at a time where I guess the Muslim religion is becoming one of the more popular ones.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have you ever heard of Sam Harris? He's a neuroscientist, and he has a podcast, and he talks a lot of. He's an atheist, and he's been talking. He gets a lot of flack for basically talking about reform within the Muslim community. People consider him like a Nazi and stuff like that, just because he opposes religion, and he thinks that the Muslim religion should be reformed.
Be wiped out.
I mean, honestly, he thinks that religion in general should be wiped out, but I think that we're at like in our day and age where people are trying. Like, I understand, like, you want to accept everyone, right?
Right.
But there comes to a point where you have to kind of separate a radical believer to just a normal Muslim believer, and it's weird because he'll say that too. He'll literally state, it's like not every Muslim is bad, but for these extremists, for these people that will literally, put fucking bombs on kids and stuff like that.
We'll chop your head off if they get the chance.
Yeah, it's obvious that they're misinterpreting, or well, I don't know. I've never read the
Quran.
Is it the Quran?
Yeah.
I've never read it, so I don't know. But it's kind of crazy that there could be something in there that would kind of lead you to kind of have that mentality to do that.
Yep.
So I agree. I mean, I agree. I think his standpoint on that, where we're like with reform and stuff, is kind of a middle ground, because in my opinion, I think religion. I do think religion we can kind of like move away from that.
Right.
But I get it though. I get why. So okay, so I guess we can talk about let's talk about the positives, right? So
Of religion?
yeah.
Okay.
So for my mom, for example, and I'll speak for her just because she's talked to me about it a lot. She believes in God. I think she also believes in Jesus as well. And for her, I think I think for her it gives her purpose.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
see that. Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily it's kind of scaring her into be a good person, because I do think that that's the negative connotation towards religion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's very fear based.
Where you have to be a good person or else you're going to hell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing that I hope the church kind of moves away from.
Yeah.
Because that's just that's so think about it. That makes sense for a time period where people were fucking ridiculous. They were crazy, you know,
Yeah.
there was probably people killing each other all the time and raping each other all the time, but
Yep.
we don't live in that time anymore. It's kind of safe if
Mhm.
for the most part. You know, obviously there's instances of
People mailing bombs and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. There's instances of terrible things happening, but for the most part, we live in a pretty safe space. At least us in the United States.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not in other countries, but
Mhm.
I mean, we're pretty lucky. Fuck, I just went off on a tangent, and I don't remember what I was. Oh, okay. So, purpose. Yeah. So. And I understand that concept, right?
Yep.
But what's my thing is why can't okay, so I'm more to believe than in a higher power that maybe created existence, quote unquote, or is it quote unquote?
Quote. I had this conversation with that guy before. Yeah, it's quote unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote. Our existence, right?
Right.
You could argue that somewhere there's a higher power that just made this all happen, basically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why we can't do that. Why can't we combine those ideas? Why does it have to be, there's no God or there's no higher power, and there is one for sure, and there's a guy, Jesus Christ, that happened to be the Son, and he died for our sins.
Yeah, I think it's because people don't really know. I mean, there's no way of knowing. I mean, even if you wanted to, there's no way of knowing. There's no way at all to know if there is, Jesus Christ or God or Allah, if you believe in that, or
until you die.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's you don't even if you even die, if you even
or if you be reincarnated into another human being, once you die, you're being born. Yeah.
You just start all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you heard of the simulation theory?
A little bit. You might have to refresh me.
So the simulation theory is that the chances that we are not in a simulation right now are very low compared to the percentage that we are in one.
Okay. So
That's
you say simulation. What would be
like a computer simulation, basically.
Okay.
So almost like a computer program made this reality for us.
Would this be something that happens way off in our distant future that humans would make, or that another
That's the argument.
civilization would
is
make?
that it's possible to do it now, or maybe not now, but very soon, and that with that possibility of it being a thing, that it's it basically states that it's more of a possible, literally, it's just the probability is higher that it has already happened than it hasn't happened.
Okay.
It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Matrix type shit.
Yeah. So simulation, as in someone is controlling us, or someone
No, I think
just set a program, basically a program up, and just let
it go. Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that though, right? Wouldn't that be crazy?
I don't want to imagine too hard, or else my brain might explode.
So think about this then, right? So if that's the case, imagine that. Damn, I'm tripping out right now.
You're not even drunk, or
I'm not actually.
Yeah.
No. So imagine if. So in that sense, right? So where we are the simulation, imagine that there's just simulation up on simulation, up on simulation. So, for example, we're in a simulation. We create a simulation. Now that simulation makes another simulation. It just keeps going, keeps going.
So it does never stop.
It just never stops. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
It just keeps going
Like
on
I
for
can feel
infinity.
my brain matter.
Isn't that
seeping
crazy
out
though?
of my ear. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
So actually, like now, even thinking about it, that could be, that could kind of not explain, but kind of like go more towards like the dimensions thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like going into different dimensions.
So let me ask you this. What would our alternate dimension, like our alternate dimension us, what would we be doing right now? If there is even an us.
So according to science, and I'm not like super versed in this, but I have like a basic idea, is that there is an alternate universe where there literally are like scenario, like our whatever what we're doing. There's infinite amounts of different ways that it plays out.
Okay, so I've thought about this before. I think I know what you're saying. So if you're driving along one day and you barely avoid hitting a car.
Yeah.
In another dimension, you would hit that car.
Yeah.
In another dimension, you would swerve out of the way and hit a telephone pole.
Yeah.
In another dimension, you'd swerve out of the way and run to the ditch and flip over and die.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
In another dimension, you would swerve out of the way in a different direction and not hit anything, but go a different way maybe, or just be later.
In another dimension, my car would sprout wings and fly up into the heavens and kick me out of the car, and then I'd fall to my death.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like thinking about shit like that.
It's pretty crazy.
Or just like the theory that space is expanding.
Yeah, I actually believe in that.
Why?
I do. Just because, I mean, that's, again, scientific. That's what I've learned, that space is always expanding. It's infinite. I mean, we'll never...
so how does that, like, how do you explain that, though?
I don't know. But
right, think about, like, literally think about that, right? So we can't comprehend because we're trying to...
Something expanding constantly.
Yeah, because we're trying to put a box on it, right? We're trying to by trying to understand it, we're trying to box it in. We're trying to give it a definition, right?
Trying to give it limits.
Exactly.
Right.
And there's no real way to understand that. It's kind of like impossible to understand that because it's just there and there's no end, for example. It just like it just makes no sense really if you think about it.
So what would be at the end of the universe?
The end of the universe?
Yeah.
Nothing. Like
but
there is no
nothing?
end of the... That's what I'm saying. Like there is no end
there
of the
is no
universe.
end.
Yeah. That's why that theory makes sense in that sense, but by saying that it's expanding, it's that you're also saying that it's expanding into something. Like there's something that it's taking up.
Yep.
You know?
And that just opens more questions. What is it taking up?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Now it's funny because like if we spoke to actual scientists, they'd probably be like, "Oh no, but like if like my friend Kenny was here, he studies physics.
Yeah,
he'd probably just fucking verse us like hard.
He'd slap us and say, "Why are you being such a freaking idiot right now?"
Yeah, definitely. He would love this conversation. Yeah. But yeah, so that's so that concept to me it's weird because it's like if it's expanding, then what is it expanding into?
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
You know, have you heard of what is it, dark matter?
Yes. I have.
Dark matter. It's weird stuff.
Yes. It's matter that is dark. Yes.
Yeah,
that's
good
about
one.
the extent that I know of it.
Good one, Brad. You fuck. Okay, so do we have anything else to talk about with religion? I just thought it was interesting to bring that up because, and I honestly, I really don't mean to offend anyone that's religious. I'm not trying to.
We're just having a discussion. It's not something that we're trying to induce.
Yeah, I'm not trying to change your mind on it. It's more of like I would just say, if anything, have an open mind and question stuff. Just question stuff. That's all. Like, don't just take things on face. Don't take things on face value just because you grew up in it. Like, fucking learn about it. Question why you think that. Because I think ultimately, if you did, most people, I feel like they would be like, why do I believe in this? You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing with ghosts. Like, there's people that believe in ghosts, and some people say like that they experience stuff, and it's like hard to dismiss that.
Right.
Like, do you believe in ghosts?
That's tough to say, because there's one incident where I was like, okay, maybe there's something out there, but this was, I want to say like 2012, 2013. I was still living in Arkansas, and my grandpa on my mom's side just died, and so we came down here to Florida because he lives here in Florida. Went to his funeral, and then went back to the hotel room or to my grandparents' house, and we were talking about him, and we were talking about him for about an hour and a half, and then I said something, and it felt like someone tapped my shoulder, my right shoulder. Mm-hmm. And I kind of looked back to see if someone was back there, but no one was back there. And I was like, maybe it was just like the shirt kind of like crease popping or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it happened again. I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. That's kind of the only time that I maybe thought that there was something other than
That's
kind of
weird.
strange.
So you basically, when it happened the first time, you looked, you like checked it out, and you were like, "Oh, this might just be nothing."
Yeah.
And then it happened again.
Yep.
Did it freak you out?
Oh yeah.
And you were with like your parents?
I was
stuff?
talking to my parents, and there was no one behind me.
And you're just like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like to them?
Yeah.
What
And
did
they were
say?
like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh, okay. So they weren't like, "Oh, that's your grandpa."
No. No.
Yeah, I've never experienced. There was only one instance where something weird happened, but I still don't think it was anything.
Mm-hmm.
So you would think, like, my cousin, technically, I think he didn't pass away at my house. But you would that would be kind of a thing. Like, people would think like, oh, he died there. You know what I'm saying?
It's haunted.
Exactly. Yeah, but I never ever saw anything. I would actually welcome that because that would be nice. But to say hello. I will say though, it was weird that I ended up going to the same school as him, and I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that he went to that school. Yeah, it was really weird.
The same like high school or
no, the same college. I went to the same college. Yeah, without no prior knowledge of Tampa really at all. And I didn't even know that, and it was weird too because his mom and dad they came to visit one time. Actually, it was after it was my graduation. They came to see me graduate, and we went to where he lived in one of the halls or whatever, the dorms.
Yeah.
And it just blew my mind. I was like, wow, like it's like they actually say that I'm a lot like him, which is weird to me. I don't find that strange. But anyway, so this experience, like literally, this is the only weird thing that's ever happened to me. But I was in my room in my house. And my room, so for the listener, so my house was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Yeah, so 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. If you walked into my front door, the first thing you would see is a sliding glass mirror where we had all our sports equipment. To the right was just kind of like a living roomish kind of area. And then it would, and then to the right of that, like at another door was kind of like where the tool shed was, / other. We technically was 4 bedrooms because we turned the garage into a bedroom. So front door, make a right, living room. You curve to the left around a table, and that's where the kitchen is. So the table that's there that I'm talking about is the kitchen table.
Okay.
The kitchen, so we're continuing, right? We turned to the left, right?
Right.
So on that curve, right before we walk into the kitchen,
Right.
where the table is, there was a, what would you call that? A wine cabinet. Not
Okay.
very tall. I would say it was probably like 4 feet tall. No, 5 feet tall. Like 5 feet tall.
That's very important to get that down.
Yeah, there was a vase, a thick vase,
Right.
glass,
Yeah.
or whatever the material is,
Uh-huh.
that was sitting on top of that.
Okay.
Okay. So that's this.
Painting
this
the
is
picture.
Painting
Yes.
the picture.
Okay.
Now we continue going to the left,
Mhm.
right into the kitchen. Now we hit the hallway,
Okay.
where to the left, if you're coming out of the hallway, like coming out of the kitchen and you're going towards the hallway, and you look to your left, and now that's the actual living room where the TV is. And if you were to continue making a curve left, you would hit the front door.
Okay.
So it's like a circle, basically, right? So now we're back at the hallway outside the kitchen,
Okay.
right? To the left, you have the TV in the living room.
Okay.
In front, right there, is the dining room table. Okay. Now to the right is where we start going to the rooms, right? So let's go now into the hallway to the rooms, right?
Okay.
So we just came out of the kitchen to the right.
I'm glad you're giving me a virtual tour, by the way.
Right, it's
Yeah.
kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first room or whatever to the right would be the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, so then to the left. So bathroom to the right. Keep going. We're passing the bathroom now. To the left of that was my brother's room,
Okay.
and then literally like right in front of my brother's room was my parents' room to the right. My room was the last room
Okay.
down the hallway,
Mhm.
right? So I was in that room at like 2 a.m. No one's awake.
Mhm.
I'm by myself. All the lights in the house are off. I literally, like, I forget what I was doing. I think I was listening to music or something,
Mhm.
or doing homework. Or I don't remember. I was doing something. Maybe I was watching porn or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
No, I would have definitely closed the door. The door was wide open.
Okay.
So I definitely wasn't watching porn.
Right. You weren't blasting it full speakers and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No. So my room is the only one with the light on. I'm there. I'm doing something, and I can hear everything throughout the house.
Mhm.
I suddenly hear glass break, fall on the floor, and it scares the shit out of me. Obviously,
Mhm.
right? So I kind of like, my heart drops a little bit. I'm like, I'm listening now. I'm trying to. 'cause
Thinking it's like a window or something.
no,
like someone's there.
yeah, exactly. I thought
Yeah.
someone had broken in or something like that.
Yeah.
And my parents didn't get up. They were like sound asleep.
Mhm.
I don't really hear anything, so I get up, and instead, I don't know why I did this, but instead of going and knocking on my parents' door and waking them up, I
Mhm.
just walked to the kitchen like an idiot. I did get a bat though. I grabbed a bat from my closet because
Okay.
I had one in there.
So you beat the shit out of any ghost
Just in
that
case.
you see.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a person though.
Okay.
I didn't think it was a ghost.
Yeah.
So I walk to the kitchen. Now I'm in front. Now I see that there's glass on the floor, right in front of that wine dresser or whatever, the
Mhm.
wine cabinet.
It was the vase.
The vase. So the weird thing was that the vase, the way that it happened was that the thickness, I would say the thickness of the glass on the vase
Mhm.
was probably about an inch
Okay.
thickness.
Pretty thick.
That's pretty fucking thick.
Yeah.
A corner of the vase broke off and fell. The vase itself was against the wall. So the corner fell off somehow. I don't even know how.
So the corner broke off somehow.
Broke off, fell onto the floor, shattered, and the vase was still standing up, by the way, mind you. It was still up.
Yeah.
Like it didn't fall. It just literally the corner broke off. Against the wall, the dresser like width or whatever
Mhm.
was probably about 7 inches,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So, and maybe give or take, like the vase itself was probably like 2 inches.
Yeah.
So there's a decent amount of space there for the fucking little piece to fall off.
Yeah.
And that kind of freaked me out. I was like, how, like the visual of it was like, this is literally impossible.
Mhm.
So I didn't think a ghost. I just thought, maybe it was an old vase or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe the water pushed it.
Mhm.
Which actually, now that I think about it, makes sense. Like the water that was in it pushed it out
Yeah.
towards the floor. But still, like the little, for a little
The
corner
corner?
to
Yeah.
break like that, it's still fucking weird.
Yeah.
So that was literally the only time that ever happened to me.
You know who I think it was?
What?
Slender Man.
Oh, fuck you.
It was the Slender Man.
Dude, that would be the fucking worst place for a
Slender Man to pop
Yeah,
up?
fucking rural, not even like a rural area.
Yeah, so
in
you
Miami.
go over to that wine rack, you check it out, and then you turn around and you go back to bed.
Dude, fuck.
And in the dark hallway,
Oh my god.
you just see the white face and the tuxedo shirt. And it's the Slender Man.
Dude, that would literally
just
scare the
standing
shit
there.
out
And then
of
you
me.
blink, and he's gone.
That would scare me.
He's waiting in your bed.
That would fucking scare me.
He wants you to fuck him.
Oh,
Fuck him
well
real
then,
hard.
Then I would do that though.
Yeah, and then he kills you.
Oh, but no.
Yeah.
Well, wait, do I orgasm though? Do I get to come?
That's the worst part. You don't.
So he leaves me blue balls and
Yep.
dead?
Yep.
He's a dick.
Yeah, Slenderman's kind of a dick. Yeah.
Is that why they call him Slenderman? Because he has a slender dick?
Yep.
He's kind of mad about it?
Yeah.
So that's why he does shit like that?
Yep.
What a fucking...
got it.
He's a fucking...
Yeah.
You got it.
You got it. That's it. You got it. Took the words out of my mouth.
That's not the only thing I took out of your mouth.
Ayo.
Ew. So yeah, so it was like I had this weird conversation with my dad once where I'm like, do you believe in ghosts, Dad? And he was like, if you've seen the things I've seen, you would believe in ghosts. And the thing is, like, my dad fucks around a lot,
Yeah.
but I knew he wasn't fucking around.
Damn.
Like the way he said it,
Yeah.
like he got real serious. He was like, if you've seen the things I've seen,
Yeah.
you would like I'm not saying that you've seen anything. You know, a lot of people don't see these things,
Mm-hmm.
but you cannot deny the fact that I've seen these things. And I was
Damn.
like, fuck. So
God damn it, Dad. I'm getting ready to go to bed. Why'd you say that, dude?
yeah, kind of.
Come on, man.
But my dad's also fucking crazy, so
Yeah.
you know, for all I know, he was
From what we've talked about, yeah, you kind of gather that.
Yeah, whatever. Dad, I love you. If you ever listen to this, I doubt you will, but yeah, my dad is cool now, guys. Okay, he's not. He doesn't drink anymore. He doesn't do shit like that anymore. He's a nice guy. So
My dad's pretty cool, too. Love you,
Yeah.
Dad. Smooches.
yeah, you should actually send us to your dad.
Yeah, I will.
No,
Yeah.
you won't.
Yeah,
Will you
well,
really?
yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You're such a liar.
Dad, if you're listening to this, just comment down in the comments right here.
That'd
And
be
then,
cool.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
got his own YouTube account.
Oh, he does for real?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No.
You're such a dick.
I do that all the time with
God,
him at
you're
work.
such an asshole.
Yeah.
That was good though. I was like, you serious, bro?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the listeners, my dad and I are fine now, okay? So we've gone through this. I've had this discussion with my dad. He knows the fucked up shit that he's done, so
He's
please.
repented.
Sort of, yeah. I
Yeah.
would say he knows that he fucked up basically. So
Yeah.
if you ever happen to meet my dad, please be nice to him.
Well, the important thing is he's trying to make amends to it now, right?
I think that he's apologized for being kind of a poopy dad. Let's
Okay.
just put it that way.
Okay.
Amends would be
Too much?
no. I just think like he apologized already
Mhm.
for that stuff. But I think the more recent thing with like the divorce has kind of made him, at least with that scenario, like kind of made him on the fence about at least that. Like he's definitely apologized for other stuff,
Right.
for all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But like he did kind of act out kind of in a crazy way for this to happen, and you know, I don't necessarily know if he realizes that he you know, there's a reason why they're not together anymore.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but whatever, man. Like I just honestly what I want. I just want my parents to be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I honestly, like, if he really wanted to make amends to me, it would be that he would, you know, be happy.
Let me ask you this. Are they happier now than they were?
My mom is.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, my mom
Okay.
is, for sure. I don't think my dad is, to be honest.
Mm.
You know? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know, he just needs to let go of demons.
Yep.
Basically. You know?
Yeah.
Same here. I mean, I don't really hold.
Listen to your audience.
Yeah.
We need to all let go of our demons.
Yeah, we do. For
Yeah.
real. You need to forgive
Just
and forget.
Bend over the toilet and spread your ass cheeks wide and
Just-
just get rid of those
Just
demons.
fucking
Just fucking blast them out of there.
take a good old donkey shit.
Of demons.
Demons.
Yep. Just a demon turd. Just
Did you know
drop it out.
that the gorilla album, Demon Days.
Yeah.
That's actually what they were referring to, was
shitting out demons?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did you know
I didn't.
that? Well, you don't know.
Wow.
What do you think about that, though?
Cool.
Yeah. What kind of demons do you think they were dealing with, though?
Probably red ones.
Why red? That's
Well, I mean, I'm not
colorist.
I'm not racist.
No, that's
or anything,
reddest. That's reddest.
but, you know, I just prefer my demons to be red.
Oh, you prefer them to be red?
I mean, yeah, if we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
if you
we're
want
gonna
to.
get into it now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I prefer my demons red.
Why?
With blonde hair and
That's weird. Why?
spikes on their backs.
Okay.
Yeah. That's just me. That's what I find sexy and attractive. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Okay.
I think we should definitely do this again, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think
liked it.
this is a fun old time for sure.
This was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sign off.
All right. Then I guess I'm signing off too.
No, you stay on.
Okay, I'll stay here until the next podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, we'll do that again for sure, because
Yeah.
I think we can just literally go and talk about stuff.
Yeah, I think we could.
You'll be my non-musician correspondent.
I can do that. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Again, we're just trying to help people, and we don't judge anyone. And if hopefully no one got offended by anything we said today, and if you did, I guess you can let me know. But ultimately, I don't mean to offend you.
We'll put Danny's phone number in the comments. You can call him and send him a message anytime you want to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure anyone that listens to this they already have my number, so
Probably. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man, going back to it full circle, like really, if you are going through stuff, I hope this conversation helped, because ultimately the main reason why I wanted to have Brad on today was just to allow people to understand that there's others out there that go through stuff like this, and that you're not alone, and that if you need help, please, talk to someone. You talk to me, talk to us. Whatever it is, I'll have you come on the podcast. We can talk about it here. I don't care. But please don't keep that to yourself, because it's not worth it. You have people that love you, and you should always love yourself too. But anyways, yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, well, thank you guys. Fuck you. All right,
Peace.
bye. Peace.
Beneath soft skin.